Filter never forgets. We're here to bring you back, dead or alive. And I know which way I prefer. I should have known they'd sent you dafties. Well, let's get to the fighting. Hello, this is Dolphin here for Handelabra Games' Dolphins Dive, the strategically minded weekly Sentinels stream. I'm your host, Dolphin, and Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally on Twitter at LewDolphin21. On YouTube, search for Dolphin. The URL is /user/Saparogo. And on Twitch, I'm just Dolphin, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog, cardboard, and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. Thank you! I finally did it without sputtering. For once! Yeah! Hey guys, what's up? Anything? Oh yes, thank you. Oh, that's in response to being reminded what Ultimate Cosmotron is. Well, this is not Ultimate Cosmotron. It's not even advanced. I just felt like doing a team villain game against Sergeant Steel, who bested me last week, I believe, or the week before. I lose track of my days. And I thought I would just have it be a nemesis fight in a thematic environment. So let's just have some fun tonight. So, Sergeant Steel and Biomancer and Proletariat versus K.N.Y.F.E, America's newest legacy, and Nightmist in the block. K.N.Y.F.E is starting with Amplified Combatant, Battlefield Experience, Infiltrate and Obfuscate, and Overdo It. America's newest legacy starts with 2 motivational charges, a superhuman durability, and a takedown. Takedown is really nice in a team game because it just says villain cards cannot be played. It does not say cards from a villain deck cannot be played, so it stops all 3 villains from doing things. And Nightmist, who has Amulet of the Elder Gods, Heedless Lash, Scouring Mists, and Tome of Elder Magic. So, Sergeant Steel. Villain, Filter Leader, K.N.Y.F.'s Nemesis. Setup. At the start of the game, Sergeant Steel enters play, Filter Leader side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Sergeant Steel's deck until 2 agents are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Sergeant Steel's deck. Gameplay. Filter abilities are activated by this card and cards from Sergeant Steel's deck. At the end of Sergeant Steel's turn, the filter ability of the villain agent with the highest HP is activated. Then, Sergeant Steel deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. If he's incapacitated, at the start of each active villain's turn, that villain deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage. We have Biomancer, Villain, Flesh Molder. Setup. At the start of the game, Biomancer enters play, Flesh Molder side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Biomancer's deck until 2 targets are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Biomancer's deck. Gameplay. The first damage dealt to Biomancer each turn is reduced by 2. At the end of Biomancer's turn, Biomancer and each Flesh Child regain 2 HP. If he's incapacitated, increased damage dealt to hero targets by 1, making Nightmist sad. And lastly, we have Proletariat, Villain, the Everyman. Setup. At the start of the game, Proletariat enters play the Everyman side up. 2 cards named Proletariat are put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. Whenever this card would be dealt non-psychic damage, redirect that damage to the clone card with the lowest HP. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. If he's incapacitated, at the start of Proletariat's turn, shuffle the hero trash with the most cards into its associated deck. So, let's play. Hello, Mr. the D-Train. How are you? A guest from my stream has entered this stream. Any other comments? Takedown feels like even more of a cheat in team villain mode. Yes, it does. And yes, Biomancer is a tough target to take out, but Sergeant Steel seems to be the priority since he has a lot of terrible things, such as Mega Gunner. Agent. The first time Sergeant Steel or an agent is dealt damage by a non-villain target each turn, this card deals that target 1 projectile damage. Filter. Increased damage dealt by this card by 2 until the start of Sergeant Steel's turn. And Sharpshooter. Agent. Damage dealt by Sergeant Steel is irreducible. Filter. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 projectile damage. And we have Mr. Facsimile, Flesh Child. If this card would be dealt exactly 1 damage, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. At the end of Biomancer's turn, this card deals the hero character card with the lowest HP 1 melee damage. Homunculus, Flesh Child. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of Biomancer's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. And Proletariat, Clone. At the start of Proletariat's turn, the Proletariat character card deals itself 1 psychic damage. At the end of Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. And another Proletariat. They all look the same, like they're clones or something! I feel like everybody is going to ask, what is up with that outfit? So colorful. Bomb Specialist, Agent. Whenever Sergeant Steel deals projectile damage, he also deals the same target 2 fire damage. Filter. This card deals the 2 hero targets with the highest HP 2 projectile damage and 2 fire damage each. Ouch. Well, damage dealt by Mega Gunner is increased by 2. And Legacy is not Sergeant Steel's nemesis, so let's target Legacy. Especially since that fire damage also went off. And that's it. That's only 4 damage? What? Seems strange. Something seems suspicious. I don't know that I can trust this. Alright, well, in a Vengeance game, it usually goes that you want to prioritize the main villain character cards before the other targets, because there are a lot of distracting targets right now. Sergeant Steel is a bad guy. You can tell because he has a cigar in his mouth. Like, no one who smokes cigars is a good guy, from my experience. Everyone in my life who has smoked a cigar later went on to try to take over the world. So, we're probably going to try to take him out. Biomancer is hard to take out, but once we're set up, we can sort of bypass his damage resistance a little more easily. Proletariat, of course, there's all of his clones that do things, but I don't know. The Mega Gunner scares me, since he's always going to be dealing 3 projectile damage right now. But I could also damage one of those agents to try, or I could damage the Mega Gunner, and then we could have the Bomb Specialist or the Sharpshooter go off instead. Or I could just prioritize Sergeant Steel, especially since K.N.Y.F.E is Sergeant Steel's nemesis, and 22 HP is rather low. So, what shall I do? Well, K.N.Y.F.E is very good at playing cards that when they get destroyed, they have counter effects. So, seems in my experience on the battlefield, I can do a lot of damage to Sergeant Steel right now. Ouch, but that's okay. 6 damage. I get to draw a card. Oh look, and we got another card that, well, it's not a card that destroys itself, but lets me draw a card, play a card, and use a power. So if I play this, I take damage, but then I draw an overcharged null shield. But now I can play a card and use a power, like Amplified Combatant. That's going to be 4 damage to Sergeant Steel. And now we have choices here. Sergeant Steel is already almost halfway dead. That's fun. And we're going to do even more damage with K.N.Y.F.'s base power. Mr. Facsimile is not a good choice, because that's going to get redirected to Nightmist. And Homunculus can't take the damage. Proletariat would redirect to a Proletariat anyway. Biomancer's first blow would be reduced, the second blow would go through, but then he would regain it back anyway, and in fact the same is true of the Flesh Childs, that I can't even damage anyway. I think I'm just going to focus on a clone to get rid of one of them. And if I target Proletariat proper, one of the clones gets reduced to 2. And now we get Sergeant Steel down to single digits. So much for a fair fight. A new creation. One shot. Biomancer deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 psychic damage. Reveal cards from the top of Biomancer's deck until a Flesh Child is revealed. Put it into play, discard the other revealed cards. So we got Repli Blade, Flesh Child. At the start of Biomancer's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP X energy damage, where X equals the number of cards in Biomancer's trash. Not terribly exciting. Nightmist is going to take some self-damage, so we're going to leave that there. You have to start your heroic training young. This team has potential for some of your favorite Sergeant Steel shenanigans, making a pumped-up Mega Gunner shoot his boss in the face. Yeah, if Nightmist with Amulet of the Elder Gods, yeah, that could happen. Well, I don't think there's much potential for mega damage dealing to Legacy in this game, unless we get Everyman's Strength in play. I could put Takedown out, and then Proletariat can't do anything, and Sergeant Steel can't put out any more minions, and Biomancer just sits there and looks pretty. Or I can Motivational Charge. Vulnerable was showing us pickies of his kidlet as young Legacy. Yeah, I saw pictures of that. I think he tweeted them out. It was super cute. I feel pretty. That is Biomancer's voice. He never actually learned the art of speaking like a man. I decided to go for some HPs. Can never have too much HP unless you're Absolute Zero or Scholar. Proletariat. Alright. We have 4 people who look like Proletariat dealing damage. Let's throw that on Knife, I don't know. Alright. Do I want the amulet out? Yes, I do. An early amulet is the best amulet. But I don't want to spend 2 cards to redirect 2 damage, so I'll just take the cards. Got some nice digits in my deck. Or hand. Defensive Displacement. Reduce all damage by 2. At the start of the environment turn, if there are no inmates in play, destroy this card. Well, that sort of sucks. Especially since Sergeant Steel's damage is irreducible. Individual Tactics. 1 shot. If there are fewer than 3 agents in play, play the top card of Sergeant Steel's deck. Activate all filter icons that have not been activated this turn. Sweet. So, at least this does nothing. And then damage dealt by Mega Gunner increased by 2, and then damage dealt by Mega Gunner increased by 2. Well, that sucks. If I hit Sergeant Steel for 1 damage, then Mega Gunner tries to hit me for 5. But that gets reduced by 2. That's the good news. Regardless, Prototype Servo Gauntlet. Come on, can I see it? Increase melee damage dealt by knife by 1. This would do 2 + 1 + 1 -2 to Sergeant Steel. So that would be 2 damage. Unfortunately, then Mega Gunner would shoot me for 3. There don't seem to be environment targets yet. That could get mileage. I don't really have enough cards to play for Overdo It. Yeah. I think 3 damage is okay. Steel's agents are apocalyptic. Twist of Flesh. 1 shot. Biomancer deals each hero target 2 psychic damage. Biomancer and each Flesh Child regain 2 HP. So much for your damage because of the defensive displacement. But we've yet to make any hole in Biomancer. And this isn't gonna go through. Nor is that. So Biomancer's turn was pretty boring. But this would be a good time for takedown because no damage would be dealt. So it's takedown. Unfortunately now I can't hit anyone unless I use base power for 1 point of damage. So instead I'm just gonna beef my team up. I like motivational charge. Team-wide healing is one of my favorite abilities. Who's considered to have the highest? Biomancer, of course. And then a bunch of nothings. Alright, well, Nightmist can't really do much, but she could, like... She can use her base power to do no damage and draw 2 cards, which is great. I could also play Call Forth to get lots of cards. I could Call Forth, discard... I'll discard Tome, because 4. We get Starshield Necklace, Elder Ring, and then some non-damage for a Master of Magic. Nightmist has a lot of good cards now. Alright, now we can do damage again! Imprisoned Rogue. Inmate. Increased damage dealt by inmates by 1. At the start of the environment turn, destroy the agent with the highest HP. Ooh. If only Sergeant Steel was gonna last longer than Knife's turn. Because we would be able to destroy the agent systematically. Oh yeah, you couldn't play cards in there doing the 2 damage. Yeah, don't need to do that. Okay. Well, if I do want to take out Sergeant Steel on Knife's turn, then I would want to use Energy Burn for that. Except, sort of a waste. I think I'm not going to opt for that. We'll just reduce damage to Knife since Biomancer and Proletariat are tied. I do have to do some damage to Sergeant Steel. There, some damage was done. Oh no, Biomancer can't play cards. Alrighty. So all I have to do is sneeze at Sergeant Steel and he passes away. So, what could I do otherwise? If I Thok, that's 3 damage and Legacy draws a card. If I bolster allies, everyone draws a card, but no damage is dealt. I do want to try to whittle down Biomancer once Sergeant Steel is gone, but I think just doing 1 point of damage to Biomancer isn't fun. I think I'm going to bolster the allies and save Thok for a turn when I want to damage Biomancer. And then charge motivationally. Alright, 1 down. The Legacy Ring! That's not worth it. Every man's strength! Ongoing. Increase melee damage dealt by the Proletariat with the highest HP by X, where X equals 7 minus the number of Proletariats in play. That's the best card ever! If only I could have redirected that blow. But no. Alright. Legacy can take it. That's why she's the hero. Well, we're all heroes, aren't we? Oblivion would be fun. Could potentially wipe the board. I do need to get rid of Everyman's Strength, but K.N.Y.F.E could probably deal with it with Prototype Servo Gauntlet. If we use it effectively, we can take out Proletariat A, and then we're good. So I think I'm just gonna put Master of Magic out. Setting up for the long game, which is not really wise in a Vengeance game, but don't want to redirect this blow. Nah. Master of Magic, Enlightenment, Oblivion. Alright. Now Nightmist has enough cards to do things, so I should start discarding. Warden Huffle. Agent. Increase damage dealt by agents by 1. Reduce damage dealt to agents by 1. At the start of the environment turn, destroy the inmate with the lowest HP. Well, good. Thank goodness we destroyed the agents. This is clearly not a long game. Why play for one? Or plan for one? I just like Master of Magic. Don't judge. Okay, well. Okay, so we want to do as much damage to Biomancer in one turn as we can. Amplified Combatant would help with that. Energy Burn would help with that. I do need to use Prototype Servo Gauntlet to take out a Proletariat to get rid of Everyman's Strength. So if I Energy Burn, that's going to do 3 points of damage. But then he'll regain 2. So that's a bit of a waste. If I do Battlefield Experience, then I have the issue where I can't use Prototype Servo Gauntlet. But I could put it out there, and then you have it. Or I could overdo it. Sacrifice my card play this turn, sacrifice some damage to myself, or do damage to myself, and then I can play cards on the next turn. Yes. And then we can do lots of damage to Biomancer. Primed Punch. The fun thing about Primed Punch, if I play it at the start of my turn with Overdo It, I can use the 4 damage immediately, which is nice. Yeah, Overcharged Null Shield, that sounds good. Now these Flesh Children are gonna get a little scary. Tempersonation. Flesh Child. At the end of Biomancer's turn, this card deals each hero target 2 lightning damage. Ouch. Alright, let's not target Nightmist with this. So we do want to... we have enough cards. We can go ahead and discard for this. I'm going to discard a Scouring Mists, because that doesn't really get much use. Heedless Slash, even though it's great, and I have 3 of those. Now, at least, Nightmist is safe from this. If I target Tempersonation, then I can take him out with Legacy. Because I can't actually hit Biomancer right now. There's a lot of Proletariats that have to get past at some point, though. Let's see, if Legacy does Legacy Ring, that's going to be a total of 3 damage Legacy can do to Biomancer. Nightmist could do a scary Oblivion turn. But that would do a lot of damage to Biomancer, maybe. It could potentially wipe the Flesh Children. Oh, right, it would have been 5 because of the Gauntlet. You are right. I forgot about the increased melee damage effect. Thank you, Sanvar. I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of Biomancer immediately, so I do want to get rid of Tempersonation. Let's not popularize the phrase "wipe the flesh children." The Dark Watch flesh children are annoying but manageable, while the Prime Wardens ones are, nuke on sight. Hey, Bonerat. That's not the worst thing a Sodom stream has ever come up with. There was a stream with Migrant P where there's a lot of discussion about certain body parts and organs. I would say that is worse. Alright, Legacy Ring. Now I can use this to take out Tempersonation. And now I can do damage to something. So the imprisoned rogue is going to kill Warden Hofle. Or I could take out the rogue and save Hofle, but that doesn't seem smart. Can't hit Biomancer. Replica Blade is getting a little scary, right? He's 3 cards. Yeah. It's annoying because I want to prioritize these 2 guys, but I can't actually damage them. So now I have to decide which target is better. I don't know. Mr. Facsimile is not a worry. Replica Blade might eventually be a worry. Proletariats have to go if we want to damage Proletariat directly. So I guess we'll just focus on Proletariat. How about that? Because the flesh children will perish. Alright, this is another waste of the 1 damage, unfortunately. Proletariat. Damage. Alright, things are getting a little hairy. This is not a good time for Oblivion. As much as I want to. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I could play Oblivion 4, Nightmist regained 4 HP and can redirect her damage to someone else. But then K.N.Y.F.E and Legacy might pass. But it could be the sacrifice that the gods demanded. Alright, let's do it. A 1 and a 3. Okay, that's good. So, Biomancer will bounce, and then that's gonna do, and then redirect and stuff. Yeah, that's... Alright, well, let's... Even though this is a little silly, I'm gonna redirect this. Actually, it's not even that bad, but if I redirect... Alright, I'm gonna lose Enlightenment. I'm gonna lose Elder Ring. And if I redirect this to Biomancer, I use up his -2, and then the next hit to Biomancer goes through. I don't think there's an order for anyone else. Facsimile's gonna redirect to Nightmist, but I can't do anything about it. Proletariat's gonna redirect, but I can't control where the redirect goes. It's always gonna go to the 4 Proletariat. And now we have choices. So certainly take out this guy before we redirect. Both of these Proletariats are going to perish, or one of these will perish once I redirect from the other Proletariat. So that takes care of that guy. I don't think the rest matters. Okay. We're still alive. That's the good news. But for how long? Lockdown. When this card enters play, destroy all inmates. Increase damage dealt by agents by 1. At the end of the environment turn, if there are any inmates in play, destroy this card. Another card that benefits agents, but hey, there are no Sergeant Steel cards left. Alright. Can I effectively take out Biomancer? This is the start of my turn. If I play Primed Punch and use it to do damage, that will do 2 damage. This card gets destroyed. Or I could do Amplify Combatant, which will do 1 damage to Biomancer, but then I could take out Repla Blade and Proletariat clone. Could put out Battlefield Experience, and then that card gets destroyed, and I draw a card and play a card. Energy Burn. Yeah, I think Amplify Combatant. Might as well use up the 1 damage. 3 Gauntlet. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. So hard to remember that. And take out Repla Blade. So, Energy Burn would now do a lot. It's going to do 3 and then 2 for 5. Primed Punch I could put out, but that's going to do 3 damage. Battlefield Experience, if I play it, it's going to do 3 and 2. The card gets destroyed. But then Energy Burn's not going to do another 3. Or another 2. Oh, it's only 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do Battlefield Experience. Because I could draw something like Wrecking Uppercut, which doesn't do that much. Oh no, we'll do 4 damage. Okay, 4 damage! Discard a card from one of these decks. Biomancer. That could matter. What card was discarded? It was Friend or Foe. The hero target with the lowest HP deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. It actually would have been decent. Except, I guess, we would have used up Nightmist's redirect. But it would have been nice to have the Prototype Servo Gauntlet trigger and redirect. I can't keep that out. We got 1 turn out of it. That's 1 more than normal. Boy, I wish I could do something with this. I need to save my hit points. Okay. I could use up Biomancer's -2, but there's nothing else that's going to hit Biomancer this turn. I can at least hit Proletariat. A new creation. It's Nightmist. We get Homunculus. HP. Damage, damage, damage. We live! But for how long? Could freeze Proletariat. Takedown would do 2 damage. Well, Legacy would take 2 damage, but it would freeze Proletariat. We would almost certainly be able to take out Biomancer. Because if Proletariat gets clones out, that would be pretty bad, I think. Alright. We do still have the Legacy Ring. I could take out Biomancer. But I can also take him out on Legacy's next turn. Yeah, that was what I was thinking of originally, but I think that freezing Proletariat is more important. Okay, good. And then this can redirect. So then Proletariat hits himself. There. Freezing Proletariat. That's like an absolute zero thing to do. The in-cap. I'm gonna freeze Proletariat so that I can get Proletariat frozen. Seems like a good plan. Okay. Oblivion is not worth it right now. If I don't reveal a 1, Legacy dies. I think. Well, is that bad? We already got past Proletariat's turn. The concern was that I would lose takedown, but we're past turns, and obviously we want to dispatch with Biomancer. So if I reveal two cards that are not 1s, then it's at least a 2 and a 2. We can redirect 1/2 to Biomancer. We can redirect Nightmist 2 to Biomancer, and then the 2/2s kill Biomancer. And then Proletariat is going to take a 2 and a 2. It'll be down to 6. And Knife would survive, and could probably dispatch with Proletariat. Heedless Lash. See, Heedless Lash is fun, except it's uncertain what it's going to reveal. And if it reveals a card with a 1 on it, I'm doing 1 damage to myself and something else, and then I use up my redirect, and then I don't know what card is on top. If I use Oblivion, I reveal 2 1s. That's probably also bad, because Mr. Facsimile is going to redirect it twice. Alright, well, let's go ahead and Heedless Lash for funsies. You reveal a 2. Okay. Okay. What was the card that was revealed? It was Planar Banishment, wasn't it? So it's not going to do anything. I could do 4 damage to Proletariat, or I could do 2 damage to Biomancer. And then all Knife has to do is 3 points of damage to take out Biomancer. But we still have an Amplified Combatant, which would be able to take him out. Yeah, I'm gonna do this on Biomancer. So that's not useful. Yeah, the gauntlet will do it. There's ways to do it. Another lockdown. What happens if you're locked down when you're locked down? Are you unlocked? Is this an unlock down, or is this an unlock up, or what? Yeah, I can't Primed Punch to most effects, so it's Amplified Combatant will take out Biomancer. The block is definitely not open for business. Alright, we got this. And this is my best option. So now all I need to do is survive Biomancer's turn. Okay, I survived Biomancer's turn. So let's just win it. And that's how you do it. Victory! And I avenged my Sergeant Steel game from last week. American Fist wins. We won with America! And some Dark Arts. And Scotland, too. The villains in traps are mostly so passive compared to the Vengeance ones, but then you get, like, you get La Capitan, who's like, you're gonna destroy one of your ongoing cards unless you discard 2 cards. Which froze me in that one game that ended in a stalemate. But yeah, there are some interesting end traps. Villain targets are gaining hit points. Ambuscades is actually pretty awful. Get all these Nemesis cards into play, and you have to deal with them. Citizen Hammer and Anvil. Increased fire damage. Regain hit points. Whoops. I'm not playing another game. I'm trying to look at cards. I mean, I am going to play another game, but not immediately. Play a card? That's always awful. Misinformations is hilarious. Draw, discard, and draw. Whenever you would regain hit points, you only regain 1 hit point. Environment target with the highest HP is destroyed. And then damage dealing. Alright, well, everyone looks forward to this moment the most. Viewer's choice! I don't have a graphic this week. I still haven't added it to this layout. But you can just imagine viewer's choice. This is the time when the chat decides the game. The rules of the game are as such. You get to choose the game. I will type a question in chat like pick a villain, and then people will respond airman, La Capitan, misinformation, misinformation. Nope, 2 votes misinformation. That's what goes. First vote that gets 2 votes is what we go with. And I do like to sort of take my time now when we discuss things like hero variants, villain variants, and difficulties, because it seems like it's more useful spreading that information out there instead of just saying, hey guys, what's the difficulty? Ultimate! Alright, so first thing to always ask is whether this is going to be a solo or team match. One vote solo. 2 votes solo. That was a really long pause between the first 2 votes. We're playing a solo match. So the villains, of course, are Akash Buta, Ambuscade, Apostate, Baron Blade, La Capitan, Chairman, Choke Point, Citizen Dawn, Deadline, Dreamer, Ennead, Gloomweaver, Voss, Infinitor, Iron Legacy, Cargo Warfang, Kismet, Matriarch, Misinformation, Omnitron, Plague Rat, Progeny, Spite, and Wager Master. Please vote now. Of course, video is out of sync with chat. Proj, Infinitor, Akash Buta, Plague Rat, 4 distinct votes. Infinitor! We shall play against Infinitor! So, he does have a variant with him. His base game, on his front side, there's damage reduction to villain targets, but he flips when there are too many manifestations in play. And on this side, he destroys manifestations himself. He flips back if there are no manifestations in play. And he deals more damage. On his front side, it's 1 target, H-1 damage. On the back side, it's 2 targets, H damage. So it's quite a damage-heavy game. His variant is Heroic Infinitor. And he's sort of the good guy here on this side. He's a hero target, and his damage is increased by 1, but damage dealt to manifestations is reduced by 1. And manifestations are indestructible, but if he deals damage to one that's at low enough HP, it gets placed under this card, and we win if there are no manifestations in play. And if you somehow get him destroyed, then the bad things happen. So, base or heroic Infinitor. 2 votes base. We're playing base Infinitor. Alright, now for the heroes. You have, of course, Absolute Zero, Arch and Death, Bunker, Captain Cosmic, Chrono-Ranger, Expatriette, Fanatic, Guise, Haka, K.N.Y.F.E, Legacy, Mr. Fixer, Naturalist, Nightmist, Omnitron X, Parse, Raw, Scholar, Sentinels, Setback, Try to do it all in one breath and failed. Skyscraper, Tachyon, Tempest, Unity, Visionary, Wraith. There we go. Did it in 2 breaths. Nailed it. Choose hero number 1. One vote Argent Adept. 1 vote Chrono-Ranger. 1 vote Skyscraper. 1 vote Wraith. One vote Parse. Lots of single votes. Which one's gonna get the double? Though I appreciate the chat trying to be easy for once. Heroic Infinitor is so easy I don't find him interesting at all. I once played Advanced Heroic Infinitor where he flipped on his first turn. Like, all the manifestations targeted Infinitor and flipped him. But we got 2 votes Chrono-Ranger, so Chrono-Ranger is in. No variance on Chrono-Ranger. Now, for Hero 2, and remember to add emotes or something if duplicating votes. Because otherwise Twitch will say your vote matches your previous one. 1 vote Raw. One vote Sentinels, 1 vote Unity. 2 votes Unity! We have our favorite robot making friend with us. So her base power, bot hack. Destroy an equipment card. If you do, put a mechanical golem from your hand into play. Her variant, Golem Unity. Unity deals herself 4 energy damage. Put a mechanical golem from your hand into play. A lot of people find it hard to be able to use this power because why would you want to deal yourself damage? That's so silly. Or her Termi-Nation power, destroy a mechanical golem and then shuffle it into your deck. Move a mechanical golem from your trash into play. You may draw a card. 3 statements that are independent of each other. So, base, golem, or Termi-Nation, Unity. Base, Termi. Alright, Termi-Nation it is. Oh. Sorry, I forgot a very important question. Forgot to ask how many heroes are playing. 3, 4, or 5 heroes. Two votes 4. Alright, so 4 match, 2 heroes remaining. Choose hero number 3. Expatriette, Parse, Visionary. Alright. So base Visionary, 1 player draws 2 cards, then discards a card. Her variant, Dark Visionary, reveal the top 2 cards of a deck. Put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom of the deck. We do not have Visionary Unleashed, but that would be really fun to have. Right, so base or Dark Visionary. Two votes Dark. Got some good deck manipulation now. Alright, choose hero number 4. Expatriette, Scholar, Wraith, Parse. I like all the emotes that are happening with all the duplicate votes. Expatriette it is. So we have 2 versions of Expatriette. Her base power, play a card. Her Dark Watch version, until the end of your next turn, increase damage dealt by Expatriette by 1. Or if we could have custom powers, I would want to have an unload Expatriette, or not unload, recycling Expatriette, or green Expatriette, which her base power is recycle power. Discard an ammo card. If you do, draw 2 cards, but that doesn't exist because it's fake. Base Dark Watch. Alright, we are playing Dark Watch Expatriette. We started rather bright with Chrono-Ranger, and then we started getting darker and darker as we went down our hero line. Alright, so the environments. There are a lot of environments. The Block, Court of Blood, Dark Flora's Capital, Enclave of the Endlings, Final Wasteland, Freedom Tower, Itzla, Permalis, Madame Fires, Fanastical Festival, Conundrums and Curiosities, Megmaria, Megalopolis, Mailable, Defense Platform, Omnitron 4, Pike, Industrial Complex, Realm of Discord, Rook City, Roosevelt, Atlantis, Silver Gulch, Temple of Julong, Time Cataclysm, Tomb of Anubis, Magnetar Space. Choose an environment. Yeah, Chrono-Ranger isn't that bright, but I mean, like, this card is bright-ish. This card is not as bright, but like, this is pretty, like, orangey. Mittermeier's Cork, Court, Pike, Timecat, Wagner, Pike. Okay, that means Pike wins. Pike Industrial Complex. And lastly, but not leastly, difficulty. If we choose Advanced, then at the end of the villain turn, on the front side Advanced text, at the end of the villain turn, cards are played from the top of the villain deck until at least H+1 manifestation cards are in play. So, he doesn't like having not enough manifestations on his front side. On his back side, increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1, so even more damage dealing on his flip side. So he wants to be on this side, and you don't really want him to flip back, because then he gets a bunch of things back out. If we select Challenge, reduce damage dealt to manifestation cards by 2, which sort of makes it like you don't really want to target them because you can't damage them. So you would just rather prioritize Infinitor, whereas sometimes you might want to take out, like, you know, Crushing Cage because you can't draw cards or play cards or something. But now it's like, well, it's going to be really hard to take this out, so I might just do something different instead. Or we could do Ultimate, which is both of those. So they do extra damage and play lots of cards, but they get a lot of damage reduction. Or you can play with neither. It's up to you. Standard, Advanced, Challenge, or Ultimate. Advanced, Challenge. We're playing Challenge. Damage dealt to manifestation cards is reduced by 2. So we're playing Challenge Infinitor against Chrono-Ranger, Termi-Nation Unity, Dark Visionary, and Dark Watch Expatriette in Pike Industrial Complex. Random? Ooh. That's an interesting vote. The voices cannot hear anything, must silence everything. Think good and hard, partner. I aim to put you down and I don't miss. We tried, Dolphin. Valiant effort. Alright, Chrono-Ranger is starting with By Any Means, Displaced Armory, Hunter and Hunted, and Terrible Tech Strike. Termi-Nation Unity starts with Flash Forge, Powered Shockwave, Robot Reclamation, and Scrap Metal. Dark Visionary starts with Foresight, Mass Levitation, Mind Spike, and Rest the Mind. And Dark Watch Expatriette starts with Flak Jacket, Hair Trigger Reflexes, Liquid Nitrogen Rounds, and RPG Launcher. So, Infinitor, Villain, Tormented Malefactor. Setup. At the start of the game, Infinitor enters play, Tormented Malefactor side up. Cards are revealed from the villain deck until 3 manifestation cards are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 4 or more manifestation cards in play, Infinitor flips. Reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1. At the end of the villain turn, Infinitor deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage. Challenge. Pervasive Horrors! Reduce damage dealt to manifestation cards by 2. His flip side, Villain, Unstable Despoiler. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if there are no manifestation cards in play, Infinitor flips. At the end of the villain turn, the manifestation card with the lowest HP is destroyed. Then, Infinitor deals 4 projectile damage to the 2 hero targets with the highest HP. So he's gonna be likely to flip, but at least he will destroy manifestations. But remember that his deck is built around always getting one new manifestation out. Or more. So let's see what we have. Crushing Cage. Manifestation. When this card enters play, put it in front of the hero character card belonging to the player with the most cards in hand. That player cannot play cards. At the start of that hero's turn, this card deals that hero and then itself 1 psychic and 1 energy damage. So who doesn't want to play cards until this card is destroyed? Well, Chrono-Ranger not being able to play cards is not that good. Unity, also not really that good. Visionary could at least do deck manipulation. Expatriette obviously needs guns to do things. And Visionary doesn't really have a too exciting hand, so we could just freeze Visionary for a bit. Crushing Cage. You super can't play cards, Visionary. Ocular Swarm. Manifestation. Whenever this card or any other manifestation card is destroyed, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If the revealed card is a manifestation, put it into play. If not, discard it, and this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. And Crushing Cage. Well, Visionary, you're not playing a card game today. If you wanted to play a card game, you came to the wrong place. So, Visionary now has 3 Crushing Cages on her, and I believe those are all the copies of Crushing Cage, which is the good news. We're not going to get a surprise Crushing Cage. But if I try to destroy a Crushing Cage with Ocular Swarm out, then Ocular Swarm is going to do things. Generally, Ocular Swarm is like my first priority when it comes to destroying a manifestation, because I don't like having to deal with other manifestations coming back. Well, I want my hat. I don't look good without my hat on. Even though I can't do damage. Dark Visionary is crushing on Infinitor. Now I'm just imagining like Infinitor being like, I am not crazy, and neither am I. And Dark Visionary is like, why am I so attracted to you right now? Visionary has sort of a thing for the crazies. Yeah, by any means, because now we can bypass your damage reduction. In fact, Chrono-Ranger can bypass your damage reduction. I think that since Infinitor completely lacks card destruction, so that by any means, getting that out early is better. Alright, Flash Forge would be super great if I had a Golem in hand, because I could discard it and then put it into play with base power. Unfortunately, I don't. Where's Princess Cool? We have new ships. Oh man. Alright, Power Shockwave's not going to do anything, and Robot Reclamation would just let me draw a card. Now, I think we're going to Flash Forge. And I think Construction Pylon and Stealth Bot. Stealth Bot will stop Visionary from dying to the Crushing Cages. I just love getting Swift Bot out early. I feel like if Unity starts with a Flash Forge, I almost always just want a Construction Pylon, Stealth Bot, and Swift Bot with it. But I can still use base power to draw a card and get a Flash Forge and a Platform Bot. Swift early, swift often. This is what you get for crushing on the crazies. You get dealt 6 damage at the start of your turn. Alright, let's manipulate Infinitor. I think that's probably the safest. Play the top card of the villain deck. If that card is a manifestation card, repeat the text of this card. No, Lambent Reaper is a bit safer. I hate Lambent Reaper, but it's safer. I mean, I would rather not chain one-shots that are then going to play more manifestations. That seems terrible. Remember when I said I wanted Darkwatch Expatriette to be able to play cards so she could get guns? There is a startling lack of guns here. I guess RPG Launcher is technically a gun. It just gets used immediately because why would you reload a rocket launcher? That's silly. But I can at least put Flak Jacket out, and then Infinitor's next damage blow will be lessened, because it will be negated on Expatriettes. I could also skip, and draw 2, but I got an arsenal access, so I'm likely to find a gun. Irradiated Cyclohexene Vat. Vat. Convert all damage to toxic damage. Increase all damage by 1. Poor Visionary. Lambent Reaper, Manifestation. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 energy damage and 2 psychic damage. And we can destroy something. I'm gonna ditch the Ocular Swarm, which reveals another Lambent Reaper. Poor Visionary. Well, Expatriette will have the Flak Jacket get destroyed. Blackout versus Heroic Infinitor is even more cheat mode, indeed. I feel like Visionary's not gonna survive. Ooh, just doing my job. That could be useful. I could discard a Golem with Unity. And Visionary's not gonna last. Yeah. I love Hunter and Hunted, but I'm not going to be able to use it right away. Lose a platform by... I don't know. I'm gonna ditch an ammo because you can sometimes get it back. We get Sudden Contract, Danny Boy, Ranger's Mark, Temporal Grenade. So certainly damage the Infinitor. Now, do I want the ultimate target out? That's a rhetorical question. Of course I want the ultimate target out. Chrono-Ranger does best when he can do lots of damage. Just prioritize Infinitor. Don't worry about the other things. They're going to take out Visionary, but that's to be expected. Okay. I think it's still construction pile on time. I could actually, if I put, I could put Platform Bot into play, and I don't have to destroy something. The problem though is that Visionary dies, and then the Lambent Reapers go after Platform Bot, and then Platform Bot dies. But like Visionary's dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If she turns one hero target or gains a hit point, one player draws a card, move a card from the environment trash to the top of the environment deck. I lose my ability to deck manipulate. Stealthbot with Irradiated Cyclohexene Vat isn't going to do too much, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're just gonna say bye to Visionary. Thanks for playing. I knew something was wrong when I selected you to be on my I selected you to be on my hero team, and your first words to me were, "Why Infinitor? I love him. Infinitor Senpai." And if Platform Bot is destroyed, I can reconfigure to get him back. Indeed. It's always fun when he flips before you get a turn. Yes, it is. Alright, hit point, draw card, move card. Let's do this on Expatriette. Hair trigger reflexes. Not what I was looking for. Even with aim, hair trigger reflexes will not bypass the manifestation damage reduction. Although, no, we do have a cyclohexene vat. Nope, arsenal access. Hollow points or a shotgun? Always go with the shotgun. And then shoot Infinitor in the face! 7 toxic damage, wow. Super cool Trisolvent vat. Whenever a player plays a hero card, deal their hero 1 cold damage. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 1 cold damage, 1 toxic damage, and 1 energy damage. Okay. I'm just gonna sit back and relax now. Okay, now I'll hold tab. I don't generally like holding tab because it makes things go too fast, but super cool Trisolvent vet. I almost always tab through because it's so long. And Platform Bot's already down, so Lambent Reapers are probably gonna take out Chrono-Ranger or something, I don't know. Machinations of a Madman, 1-shot. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it is a 1-shot, discard it, and Infinitor deals each target 1 psychic damage. If it is a manifestation card, put it into play, play the top card of the villain deck. It reveals Ocular Swarm. And then recalls Centellion, manifestation. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals 2 hero targets with highest HP, 3 fire damage each. Okay. I still don't want Ocular Swarm. Reveals Twisted Miscreation. Manifestation, whenever this card will be dealt damage, reduce that damage to 1. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 energy damage. Okay. And then lots of damage. Don't think there's any way to mitigate this. Chrono can use a power, exciting. And then damage. And then... Ha ha ha! We have 2 of these. Whoever I target is going to be dealt damage twice. This is going to do 6 damage, 12 damage. Will barely survive. And then damage. And then damage. You know, Jeremy loves cosplaying as Baron Blade. I know he cosplayed as Guise recently, but he loves cosplaying as Baron Blade. He really should cosplay as Infinitor because damage. Every single card in Infinitor's deck just does more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Okay. Well, I feel like I have the terrible tech strike. There's no bounty in my trash. I do not have Hunter and Hunted. I discarded it for some reason. Some silly, no good reason. So, but this will do me 2 toxic. That's okay. Chrono-Ranger doing what he's good at. His job. That's all he's just doing. And I could take out the super cool Trisolvent vat. It's whenever you play a card, so that's not going to affect Unity too much. Well, if I fail to kill Infinitor, the super cool Trisolvent vat will kill Infinitor, because it's going to do 9 damage. Unless the vats explode or something silly. So instead, I'm gonna do my job. Cosmic. Let's do fun, useful things with constructs and Infinitor damage! Okay. Danny Boy, bye. Supply Crate, bye. Hair Trigger Reflexes, bye. Ranger's Mark, Temporal Grenade, Sudden Contract. Damage. And then damage. I see your damage game and I raise you damage. Alrighty, displaced armory. I think we have to put out platform bot. But I will put supply crate out. And then you have it. Powered shockwave. Alright. That construction pylon is just gonna sit there. And then damage. Silly crushing cages. HP, draw a card, move something. Well, let's just have Expatriette, draw a card. Speed loading doesn't do it. Stop! She's already dead. Well, no, they're trying to target Visionary's ghost. See? Visionary's ghost up there? Alright, let's play that RPG launcher. And I don't need that super cool Trisolvent Vet anymore, because Expatriette has this. Boom! Shotgun to the face! Alright. Sorry, Visionary, but your crush on Infinitor could not save him. That was a pretty, hairy game. Very damage heavy on both sides. Not just my side. Infinitor side. Okay, well it's 8:13. So we have way more than enough time to play the random game. So, mash buttons. I don't know how many times I've clicked. We got single, solo. Mash buttons. Buttons. No idea what's happening on screen right now. Excuse me, wow. Ambuscade versus Redeemer Fanatic, Mr. Fixer, Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E, Darkwatch Setback, and Prime Wardens Haka in Silver Gulch 1883. Buttons, more buttons, 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 how I love pressing you. Ultimate Ambuscade. Against Redeemer Fanatic, Mr. Fixer, Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E, Darkwatch Setback, and Prime Wardens Haka in Silver Gulch 1883. Fights! She got crushed by her caging crush on Infinitor. I have found you, my prey. Your time runs short. Au revoir. My faith is unwavering. My strength comes from grace alone. Alright. So, Redeemer Fanatic has Brutal Censure, End of Days, Holy Nova, Prayer of Desperation. Mr. Fixer has Alternating Tiger Claw, Driving Mantis, Harmony, Overdrive. Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E has Infiltration, Obfuscate, Overdo It, Primed Punch, Prototype Servo Gauntlet. I feel like that was the same 4 cards she started with in that previous game or something, I don't know. Darkwatch Setback has Looking Up, Plucky Break, Turn of Events, Whoops, Sorry! And Prime Wardens Haka has Haka of Battle, Haka of Restoration, Haka of Shielding, and Mare. So, Ambuscade, Villain, Superhuman Hunter, Haka's Nemesis. Setup. At the start of the game, Ambuscade enters play Superhuman Hunter side up. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until 4 device cards are revealed and put into play. The other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. Gameplay. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 projectile damage. Advanced. Reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1! Oh boy. Challenge. Trap Master! At the start of the game, all trap cards in Ambuscade's deck are turned face up. Whenever a trap card would be discarded, first, the top card of the villain deck is played, then the trap card is discarded. Whenever the villain trash is shuffled into the villain deck, all trap cards are turned face up. And he flips if there's a card that enters play. Villain Invisible Stalker. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if the personal cloaking device is not in play, Ambuscade flips. Ambuscade is immune to damage. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the lowest HP 4 energy damage. Advanced. Damage dealt by Ambuscade is irreducible, and same challenge rules apply. She survives better is more lie. More likely to get what you want, yes. What, I said something about apostate? Whoops. Sonic Mine. Device. When this card is destroyed, this card deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn. Custom Hand Cannon. Device. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero with the most cards in play 2 projectile damage. Automated Turret. Device. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. Reactive Plating. Device. Reduce damage dealt to Ambuscade and this card by 1. The first time a target deals damage to Ambuscade each turn, this card deals that target 2 energy damage. And, oh, hey, Personal Cloaking Device. Device. When this card enters play, flip Ambuscade's villain character card to his invisible stalker side. Welp. Who's considered to have the most cards in play? Fanatic. She loves damage. Alright, I see you have a lot of setup there, Ambuscade. It'd be a shame if someone got rid of it. Yeah, with reactive plating, it's annoying getting rid of the reactive plating and then the personal cloaking device. I think we're just going to take one round of inactions. Embolden, Smite. Good. And now Fixer can't really do anything without losing his stuff, and he doesn't need to deal damage. He can't even hit Ambuscade, so Ambuscade's going to be like, hold on, I got this. Overdrive, Tire Iron. Meanwhile, Knife's all, hey, can I get in the match? And Fanatic's like, no, not yet. And she's like, aww. I don't even think it's worth looking at a deck. Reveal the bottom card of a deck, put into play or discard it. I don't really think there's anything worth doing, because the best we could hope for is a one-shot. Otherwise it gets destroyed. I guess, like, maybe in Fanatic we could get a relic. Yeah, relics are safe. So let's try Fanatic. Consecrated Ground. I could destroy End of Days with this. So much for that. Overcharged Null Shield. Setback's like, I got my socks this time! I'm ready to do something! And Fanatic's like, sit back down! And Setback's like, aww. Yeah, none of these are going to do anything. I would rather get more cards. Because who uses Darkwatch Setback's base power, honestly? Haka's like, alright, my turn! And Fanatic's like, not yet! I mean, I could play Haka cards for funsies. Because I would be able to draw lots of cards. Yeah, so we shall Haka of Shielding to defend the Haka. Punish the weak? Who? No. And Haka can play a Haka card. Draw 2, get a Haka and a Haka. And I'm going to ditch the Haka of Restoration. And we'll give that hit point to Fixer. Thanks, friend. And now everything blows up. When this card is destroyed, deal damage, and then you can't deal damage. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? Okay, guys, I'm ending the world. Okay, coffee break, I guess. Explosives Wagon. Cover. Increase all damage dealt by 1. When this card is destroyed, deal each target 2 fire damage and 2 projectile damage. Delicious. Snatch and Grab. One shot. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP, 3 melee damage, and 4 energy damage. Huzzah! Hiya! Hey, Fanatic, you like damage, don't you? Okay, well, Ambuscade's board is officially cleared, and damage dealt to him is reduced by 1, but that's okay. Is there someone who would like to have an extra power? If I embolden Haka, we could do like Haka things, but I don't know that that's super effective. I guess we could get the prototype servo gauntlet out and let K.N.Y.F.E do things. Yeah! Hey K.N.Y.F.E, you're emboldened. Yay! Ooh, Wrathful Retribution is here. Have no fear. I do not have the style that makes damage dealt to a target irreducible once they're dealt damage. I have one that makes damage dealt by Mr. Fixer irreducible, which effectively serves as a +1 to Ambuscade. But I could put Driving Mantis out, but it's pretty unlikely that Fixer's going to be dealt 1 point of damage at this point, or 2 points of damage. Like, something has to initiate 1 point of damage to Fixer for him to be able to redirect with Driving Mantis. I guess I might as well make his damage irreducible for now, so he has something to do. I could put Harmony out, but then it will take like at least 2 more rounds before it even kicks in. Bloody Knuckles! Alright. Alright, so we do want another power. This is gonna do a little more damage. Primed Punch will eventually be nicer. And then we can do things. Alright, we revealed Fanatic last time, but now I could reveal someone else if I want to. Who thinks Fixer? Fixer could reveal something. Jackhandle! Hey! That will hit the explosives wagon, but at least now I could put Overdrive out and get him a +1. Yes, I do! Alright. Looking up is almost certainly the way to go. Because that is Setback's best way of getting unlucky tokens next to Friendly Fire. And now I can get Haka a damage dealer. You could say things are looking up. I always think that to myself whenever I see that card. Cyrus Hayes! Gunman. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1 for each cover card in play. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the 2 non-environment targets with the lowest HP 3 projectile damage each. Even without the +1, Fixer couldn't have redirected it with Driving Mantis. Run and Gun. One shot. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. Shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Play the top card of the villain deck. So what are we getting back? Armed and Dangerous. One shot. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a device card is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards into the villain deck. Play the top card of the villain deck. Oh no! Rigged Detonate was on top. An Unavoidable Explosive is on top. Oh boy. Lots of traps. Can't even read the cards, but they're doing things. Armed and Dangerous. We haven't even played a card from the first Armed and Dangerous, I think. Reactive Plating is back. Run and Gun. Alright, let's just chain all the one-shots. And then Quick Stim Patch. Yes, let's play all the one-shots. Sonic Mine. Rig to detonate plays another card, custom hand cannon. And then automated turret. Unavoidable explosive is on top. Well, this game was getting fun and exciting for a bit, and now it's gotten scary. Run and gun. Automated turret. Vanish. One shot. Search the villain trash in the villain deck for the personal cloaking device. Put into play if you search the villain deck, shuffle the villain deck. Alright, are we done playing cards yet? Oh my god, we're finally done playing cards! Haka's dead. Yeah, I think this is the letters page equivalent of, and then everyone died. I would give damage to Fanatic, but Fanatic sort of has to survive, otherwise that choice didn't matter. Where's another End of Days when you need it? We do have one more copy. We can't deal damage to Ambuscade until we take out the personal cloaking device. The good news is Cyrus Hayes could potentially help us with this quest. Maybe. Oh boy. Alright, Haka's in caps. Draw a card, use a power, increase the next damage dealt by a target by 2. That's kind of bad right before the environment turn. Alright. What should I do? I think I have to take out the cloaking device. If Cyrus Hayes takes out Sonic Mind, though, that's gonna be a problem. Sonic Mind. So Ambuscade gives. Oh no, there isn't a +1. I thought there was a +1. Sonic Mind will do 2 damage to each hero target. Fixer could potentially redirect it though. Even though I said I would probably not want Driving Mantis out. Oh no, never mind. It can't because Explosives Wagon, that's right. Plus the jack handle is now terrible. You're dead? Wow! Ye of little faith. Now, Sonic Mine is almost inevitably going off, which is a problem. And I can't chastise it. I could try to get 2 devices down to 1 HP, and then Cyrus Hayes takes out the non-Sonic Mine things. Alright, Brutal Censure could do 3 damage. Mr. Fixer probably wants to swap out for the Tire Iron, but he wouldn't be able to take out the cloaking device regardless. Does he have an Overdrive in hand? He does. Cause... oh no, never mind. I thought Haka could let him play a card. But he could still use a power. So if we put out Tire Iron, we could use this to help destroy things. Get the cloaking device down to 2, and then Fixer one-shots it. We might want to prioritize Fixer taking out the reactive plating though, because Fixer's damage is irreducible. I mean, I could sacrifice Fixer and use Bloody Knuckles, which would be pretty scary. But then I couldn't play Tire Iron anyway. I'm gonna sit here and think for a bit, guys, so if you want a coffee break, go ahead and take your coffee break. This is a delicate round we have to figure out here. Well, alright, so Primed Punch with Servo Gauntlet and Explosives Wagon can do 5 damage to the cloaking device. And then looking up can do 4 damage. So the cloaking device can be dispatched between K.N.Y.F.E and Setback. So my next priority then is the reactive plating. Right, there is no damage resistance on this side. But reactive plating does have innate resistance. So Haka could let Fixer use a power. If he puts out Tire Iron, that would do 2 damage twice. As long as the second 2 damage puts the reactive plating down to 2, then Tire Iron destroys reactive plating. I just want to get rid of the reactive plating. That's sort of like... Yeah, I want to get rid of it. It's... Actually, I don't know. Do I want to get... Yeah, I want to get rid of it. I mean, I guess I could try to take out, like, turrets. But these are only doing 2 damage. But the reactive plating does retaliation damage and has damage reduction to Ambuscade on top of his innate reduction, so I want to get rid of that before he flips. Alright, so Fanatic could do that. So alright, so we're just going to do this. Brutal Censure on the reactive plating. And then you might as well just regain your hit point and draw a card, because you're going to have to survive in order to play your Wrathful Retribution. Swap out for your Tire Iron, do irreducible damage to the reactive plating. And then we primed Punch to do 5 to the cloaking device. Hello, Licky. Oh, we still have Embolden, hey. If I do 4 damage to the cloaking device... So I could reveal the bottom card of something. I'm not sure what. Or I could do 4 damage, take out the cloaking device, and then Setback could do 3 damage with looking up. And then Fixer takes out reactive plating. That seems like my best choice. So we certainly have to get rid of the cloaking device. Reactive plating is just sort of to... Okay, now that doesn't do anything if it's destroyed. Just get to the 4th game, please! No, Embolden cannot survive. We have to last. Okay. That is actually... That could do damage. Alright, so now the second thing to worry about. Cyrus Hayes and Sonic Mine. Alright, he's certainly hitting Sonic Mine. He's also going to hit Custom Hand Cannon. I could make sure he takes out the Custom Hand Cannon if I do damage to it. So a Plucky Break. Fixer would... So, alright, so after Fixer damages a target, if that target is 2 or fewer HP, destroy it. Okay, so... Its ultimate Ambuscade is not even our fault this time. This is what random gave me. Yeah, so this is a little more efficient damage dealing here. I don't think it really matters too much. I don't think that matters too much. I'm still gonna hit the Custom Hand Cannon, because at least the turrets hit the highest HP. And now, Fixer, we actually used Tire Iron for once. Temporal Event. When this card enters play, reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until a Time Portal card is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards back into the environment deck. Then destroy this card. Sustain the portal. Time portal. When this card enters play, one player may discard one card. If they do, discard the top card of the environment deck. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 2 energy damage and destroy this card. Welp. Alright, we don't need to do that. And then this doesn't really matter. And then, and then this. Bye, Fixer. All right, what's gonna happen? Oh, good, vanish. We worked so hard to destroy that device just so we could bring it back. They're doing just the right amount of damage to take us out. That's the worst part. Oh well. Ambuscade is so easy, guys. Could easily beat him. So easy. Hey, whenever you lose to Ambuscade, that's like a victory in of itself. There should be like a achievement, lose a game to Ambuscade. And the title is, How? How did you do that? Actually, it wasn't even like, it was a normal Ambuscade. And he started with charged attacks and I couldn't destroy it. And he had like, of course, his personal cloaking device. And when I destroyed it, then he did a bunch of damage to everything, which destroyed a Sonic Mine, so he did a bunch of damage to everything, which destroyed the turret, which did a lot of damage to everything, and I, like, died before the environment turn. Have I noticed how BS Ultimate Ambuscade is yet? Really? He's BS? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he chained a lot of cards, but hey! His traps, he set up before the game even started, which is pretty slick of him. Pretty slick. Alright, it is the rare event in which we have reached the 4th game of Dolphin's Dive. And in this occasion, we are gonna do the mix match, hodgepodge, potpourri of I choose, you choose, RNG chooses. So, the question then becomes, what game are we going to play? Okay, we're playing Iron Legacy. I'm choosing the villain. The villain is Iron Legacy. What difficulty do I want, though? I'm choosing the difficulty too, sorry. Standard, advanced, so his damage is irreducible and he redirects the first damage each turn. Challenge puts ongoings back into play. I don't like challenge. I could at least cope with it advanced, but he's already hard enough as it is. I'm just gonna do vanilla Iron Legacy. He's base, he's standard. This game's hard enough as it is. Okay? Alright, so, I'll let you guys choose the heroes. So 3, 4, or 5 heroes. How about full Legacy Nemesis? Well, so for you, Licky, who probably just joined in and doesn't really watch Dolphin's Dive as much, I don't know, I haven't really recognized your username. You have to follow the rules of viewer's choice, unless I decide to amend them at any point in the future. So if you want to have a full Legacy Nemesis match, you have to make sure that people vote along with you. It's you, Knight. Knight? Hey, Knight. The Frozen Lands. Okay, fine. I don't recognize you, sadly. But, alright, so viewer's choice rules are still applying for now. So if we want a legacy match, we have to make sure we prearrange it as such and make sure everyone votes in line. Alright, choose hero number 1. Alright. 1 vote life, 1 vote legacy. And lacks of votes. Oh. Alright. Alright, there's the second vote. Legacy. So we're bringing a legacy to a legacy fight, at least. So we read out these variants. Base power. Until the start of your next turn, increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1. Or we could have Newest Legacy. Legacy deals 1 target 3 energy damage. Or we have Greatest Legacy. 1 hero regains 1 HP and may use a power. So base, Newest, or Greatest Legacy. Base. Greatest. Greatest. Alright. We're bringing the greatest legacy to the greatest Iron Legacy. Alright, we're doing 4 heroes, right? Yeah, alright. Meat Bomb, hello! For those of you who just tuned in, including Meat Bomb, we are actually on game 4 of the night, and you're choosing the heroes. I chose the villain, so it's my fault if this is terrible. The randomize button's going to choose the environment for us. But we are in the middle of choosing our heroes. The first to get 2 votes is what we go with, and we're choosing hero 2. 1 vote Parse, 1 vote Tachyon. So if we want Tachyon, we'll get a Freedom 6 Nemesis. 1 vote Guise. Yeah, Guise and Legacy is fun. For truth, liberty, and Justin! Alright, 2 votes Parse. So, Parse comes with 2 variants. Base is Parse deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. Variant is play the bottom card of your deck. If you discarded a card this turn, 1 other player may play the bottom card of their deck. Which works really well. So are we playing base, or are we playing Fugue State Parse? One vote Fugue State, 2 votes Fugue State, of course. Fugue State's the best state, next to Nebraska. Okay, choose hero number 3. One vote Tachyon. Take 2 Guise. Repeated votes are encouraged. Because someday someone will vote with you. If I see Legacy, you need to see Guise. And you're seeing double Legacy, so now we need to play an Iron Guise or something. Alright, we got 2 votes Tachyon. So, Vanilla Tachyon. Reveal and replace the top card of your hero deck. You may discard the top card of your deck. Or, Super Scientific. Reveal the bottom 2 cards of a deck. If they share a keyword, put them into play. If not, discard them. Or, Freedom 6. Each player draws a card. Or, Freedom 5. Deal 1 damage and move a burst card if you do play or use this power again. Huh. Alright, so base, Super Scientific, or Freedom 6. Tachyon. Two votes Super Scientific. Alrighty. We now need our 4th hero in this bunch to round out America's Greatest Legacy, Fugue State Parse, and Super Scientific Tachyon. Who will it be? You will see shenanigans. There's the vote for Guise. You know you want to. You know you will. You're gonna love it. You gotta make it happen. So far, we have 1 vote, guys. One vote, Skyscraper. 2 votes, guys. All right, we have Guise. The Guise is landed.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right, base Guise. Draw a card or play a card. How to choose. Also, Guise deals 1 target 1 melee damage. But who? Or, gift miss time. Put the top card of each hero deck face down in their play area. Or, 1 player may flip all face down cards in their play area, treating them as if they were just put into play. Base or Santa, guys? I don't know why this is original. Right, lots of base. We're playing base Guise. Cool. Alright, and now the environment is up to random's fate. I can only click this button once, otherwise everything else gets mixed up. So here we go. Mittermeier's Fanastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities! Yes! Alright, we are playing Iron Legacy against America's Greatest Legacy, Fugue State Parse, the Super Scientific Tachyon, and Guise in Mittermeier's Fantastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities. You may not approve, Father, but I am finishing the work of all legacies. No Paul Parsons would ever stoop to such levels! Remember your father's legacy! Alright. Grandpa Legacy is starting with a Fortitude, Inspiring Presence, Surge of Strength, and Takedown. Fugue State Parse has Between the Lines, Buffer Overflow, Exploit Vulnerability, and Syntactic Analysis. Super Scientific Tachyon has a Fleet of Foot, HUD Droggles, and Research Grant. And Guise has Let Me See That, Look What I Found, and 2 Selling Ads. So, Iron Legacy, Villain, Ironclad Tyrant. Setup. At the start of the game, Iron Legacy enters play Ironclad Tyrant side up. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until 4 ongoing cards are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if Iron Legacy has 20 or fewer HP, Iron Legacy flips. Iron Legacy is immune to environment damage. At the end of the villain turn, Iron Legacy deals each hero target 3 melee damage. If we get him flipped, Villain, Motivated by Desperation. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if Iron Legacy has 25 or more HP, Iron Legacy flips. Reduce damage dealt to Iron Legacy by 1. At the end of the villain turn, Iron Legacy deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage and regains 5 HP. So, let's see. Armored Fortitude. Ongoing. Reduce damage dealt to Iron Legacy by 1. At the start of the villain turn, Iron Legacy regains 4 HP. Superhuman Redirection. Ongoing. The first time Iron Legacy will be dealt 5 or more damage from a single source each turn, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. Another Superhuman Redirection. And another Armored Fortitude. And 4 more allies. One shot. Each player discards 1 card. Play the top card of the villain deck. So all of these fun cards are losing something. Alright. I don't think... I'm not going to use Takedown. You got other options. Between the Lines has to be used, of course. Oh, there are no non-hero targets in this game. Or no other non-hero target entering play. We have another HUD goggles in hand. I have 2 selling outs. Final Evolution. Ongoing. When this card enters play, Iron Legacy deals each non-villain target 1 toxic damage. Whenever a hero uses a power, Iron Legacy regains 2 HP. It's kind of surprising that he has no damage boosts. We somehow dodged all of the galvanized and demoralizing presences. It's better attuned to faster games, and Iron Legacy makes all games fast games. Okay. Well, I think, let's see, let's inspire our presences. Because now we have a damage boost, that's good. And now let's get Super Scientific Tachyon built up! It's the game of play the bottom card of your deck and find cards. You get Syntactic Interruption and Sucker Punch. Neither of them will do things immediately, but at least we have a burst in the trash. We are going to have to somehow deal with the Armored Fortitudes, though. Because, as they currently stand, Iron Legacy is going to regain 8 HP at the start of his turn, and he has damage reduction of 2, so. Let's Syntactic Analysis on Tachyon. We get a Sonic Vortex and a Supersonic Response. So Supersonic Response... I mean, I would love to use it. The problem is, I could only barely hit Iron Legacy with it. Tachyon does get a Nemesis boost, and we do have Inspiring Presence helping out. But Legacy's going to regain too much HP. And Sonic Vortex is unfortunately going to do too much damage because of Inspiring Presence. Actually, no. Armored Fortitude will reduce it. But Final Evolution is also annoying. So these are good cards. I'm going to just draw both. Play the bottom card of my deck. We get Impossible Shot. Okay, whatever. This is irreducible damage. We'll take it. You regain it back anyway. Buffer Overflow. Iron Legacy is surprisingly unfun to fight. I feel like that happens in every game I play. Spite is super unfun to play. Misinformation is super unfun to play. Alright, Fleet of Foot. Ooh, Blinding Speed. Let's get the HUD goggles out. And now I can do something. So... Final Evolution isn't really doing that much right now, but Armored Fortitude... I mean, the problem is that he's going to regain 2 HP for each power usage, and we have a team of heroes that bounce powers. This is a problem. But yeah, let's get rid of the damage resistance at least. That lets us progress. Tachyon discards. Okay. The only other equipment card is HUD goggles, but that's sort of silly to steal. I could copy Inspiring Presence. Or Synaptic Interruption. Copying Inspiring Presence actually would be sort of cool. I might want to save that for when we can actually deal damage and not have him regain hit points. Maybe. I don't know. This would do, let's see, this will do 3 damage. No, this will do 2 damage, and then base power would then have a damage boost, but then he'll regain it back. I think I want to save these cards. And it doesn't really matter. I want to get more cards. Best card ever and say cheese. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. Gone Without a Trace. At the end of the environment turn, if there are more attractions than character cards with 5 or more HP, the target with the lowest HP deals itself 5 infernal damage. If a target is destroyed this way, remove that target and this card from the game. Former allies is discards. Okay. Danger Sense. Buffer Overflow is fun and all, but I'm going to discard 1. Research Grant. I would like to get Burst in the trash, but let's do Research Grant. And I don't really think Let Me See that's going to have much use. Iron Fist Strike. 1 shot. Iron Legacy deals the hero target with the highest HP 5 melee damage. Destroy 2 ongoing cards, or 2 hero ongoing cards. Alright, there goes our Inspired Presence. As good as this game is, it does have a lot of situations that simply aren't fun. Spite and misinformation create those situations regularly, and almost every villain can sometimes do this. Yeah, it is fair. I was sort of being facetious when I said everyone says that about those 2 villains. Those games are pretty unfun. Except for when you get lucky and you can flip variant Spite with 2 drugs in play, then it feels a little bit better. Okay. So he still doesn't have a damage booster. I just sort of feel like I can't really do much when he regains hit points. Well, let's put Fortitude out. And then let's just keep doing this on Tachyon, so that we can maybe eventually get a super turn out of this. Sucker Punch and Nimble Strike. So let's start with Sucker Punch, because that's not going to do anything. Nimble Strike is going to do 1 point of damage that he's going to regain back. We get a Lightspeed Barrage. Maybe I should have destroyed Superhuman Redirections and then relied on Lightspeed Barrages to take out Iron Legacy. Maybe that's what I should have done instead. Well, let's Between the Lines on Legacy to let Tachyon use a power to reveal the bottom 2 cards of your deck. Blinding Speed, perfect. Yeah, let's get rid of Final Evolution. So I can sort of deal with the damage reduction more easily than I can deal with regain 2 hit points every time something happens. Between the Lines, and Guise is the only hero that has a power left. Okay. I sort of don't want to do best card ever unless I can get a lot of damage out of it. I'm just going to draw a card. Sanvar is shaking his hands at me. His hands. He's shaking his hands at me! Now I could Supersonic Response to great effect. So I'll do that. If I can get Legacy flipped, he's not going to do as much damage. Jazz hands! He's shaking his jazz hands at me! We lost our thingy. Alright. Bottom 2 cards of Tachyons. Ooh! What a good turn. Now, Legacy cannot deal damage! And you thought you were a threat. Okay. I could get him flipped. Do I want to? That's the next question. What does he need? 20 or fewer than 20? 20 or fewer. Look what I found would do that. But then he'll have another damage reduction. And he'll regain HP and he'll basically flip right back. Why am I trying to flip Iron Legacy? Because on his front side, he deals each hero target 3 melee damage. On his flip side, he deals a hero target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. Seems like that's a better thing to do, is have him deal damage to one target. Alright. Well, I think I do want to hold off on flipping him. Because he'll just flip right back after the next round. So let's just... Where did I leave that? Guise the Barbarian, say cheese. That was basically what I was looking for. And then... So Guise the Barbarian, and I probably want to have... Extreme. So I gotta draw for that. Get to say cheese. He becomes practically unkillable. No. He only gets 1 damage reduction. This is not advanced. He doesn't have, like, damage redirection that way. Maze of Mirrors. Attraction. Redirect the first damage dealt by a target each turn to the source of that damage. Treat every instance of the word villain on hero cards as if it were the word hero instead. Hey, that's cool. Beat down. 1 shot. Iron Legacy deals 2 hero targets with the lowest HP, 2 melee damage each. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn. But you couldn't deal damage, so that didn't happen. Alright, now Maze of Mirrors. I love Maze of Mirrors. It's so fun. Because now I have to think backwards. I could now play Takedown and Iron Legacy... Nope, never mind. I can't. Hero cards cannot be played. The hero target with the highest HP deals Legacy 200. No, we're not doing that. Never mind. At least Iron Legacy will redirect 1 hit to himself, so we can eventually get Iron Legacy to just keep hitting himself or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is a little problematic. I'm still just really trying to destroy those ongoing cards, though. Buffer Overflow is fun with Maze of Mirrors. I don't know. I think we're gonna quick calculation and try to get Parse to discard a card so that we can get someone else to play the bottom part of their deck. Okay. We certainly aren't playing Takedown. Motivational Charge, Surge of Strength, or Skip or something. I guess Motivational Charge. Although I have to figure out how to get around the damage redirect if I do that. Now the problem is... I have to be careful with this. What's the chances of things happening? We have one more blinding speed here. Parse does have several things that could destroy hero, or destroy, yeah, okay. We're going to experiment on Parse. Discards. Reveal the flaws would be nice. Alright, quick calc. Alright, well, none of these are going to do discards. And critical multiplier is a bit dangerous with Maze of Mirrors. Because that's going to increase the damage that gets redirected to themselves. Unfortunately, all of these cards sort of suck. I guess I'll just put critical multiplier out, whatever. I saw that tweet, Bolner, about Rest of Mind not working with Isolated Hero, and it's like, wait, why isn't it working? Oh, that's why it's not working. Alright, we can at least quick insight. Those aren't really cards I wanted. You don't really have enough for lightning reflexes now. This is a little silly, but... Cards. Hypersonic Assault. Not really good when it gets redirected to myself. Parse. Alright, we have things. Whenever a hero card enters play, you can do things. Cool. And then exploit vulnerability. Oh, right, and the order was important because now a hero card entered play, so now I can reveal the bottom card of a deck. Alright, let's look at Guise. Guise has a retcon. We want that. Oh man, high-fiving Parse. Now when a hero card enters play, Parse and Guise could look at the bottom cards of decks. Yeah, that retron is super necessary. I'm trying to think though, because if I play best card ever, he deals himself damage. But then he'll draw that card and then he can retron. Maze of Mirrors, I wish I could like do something with it, but it's hurting us. Is what it's doing. I sort of wish that I could keep my best card ever for Guise the Barbarian shenanigans, but no. Well, best card ever. Let's see if we can control Iron Legacy's turn. Deal damage, destroy 2 ongoing cards. That's better than something else happening. Can we sacrifice ongoings? We have an exploit vulnerability that's doing nothing. And like a motivational charge that's not really gonna get much mileage. I could also like play, oh yeah, and that guy or something just to destroy itself? I don't know. Mistyping on your iPad, Sunbar? Yeah, we'll do Iron Fist Strike. Redirects. Okay. So now let me go copy Parse first. And then now I can do super fun things with updated intel. Alright, so now we know what's on top of Iron Legacy's deck. I could keep doing this on Iron Legacy. This saves our ongoings. Does less damage. Someone discards a lot of cards, which would probably be Guise. Guise has a lot of cards. But he does have a lot of cards he could stand to discard. I could play Let Me See That as a sacrificial ongoing. Yeah, we can do this. Now I can play my retcon. And now we're getting 2 of these. So now we know what the top 2 cards of Iron Legacy's deck are. Can we keep doing this? No, we do not want Demoralizing Presence. Okay. Parse. Okay, leave that on the bottom, so then you can do other things. Alright. Destroy Maze of Mirrors. There we go. Now we can do things. I could play Let Me See That for sacrifice. But I'm gonna have to discard a lot of cards. But no, we have Oh Yeah, I'm That Guy, and we have Exploit Vulnerability. Oh no, wait, no, we know the top card of the deck now. Guys is gonna discard 4 cards and have hero targets increase their next damage by 1 4 times. That's great. Okay, I don't need to play a sacrificial card. Gimmicky character. And gimmicky character. You won't believe your eyes! At the start of the environment turn, each character card deals itself X psychic damage, where X equals the number of attractions in play. If fewer than 5 targets took damage this way, destroy this card. Okay. And then here's the damage and discards. Alright, bottom of Iron Legacies is Demoralizing Presence. Bottom of Parse's is Recompile. Let's just look at guys. Where did I leave that? Put it on top. You do want that. And we can do this again. Let's do it on Tachyon. Synaptic Interruption. Let's put it on top. Okay, I do have to be careful I don't do too much damage, though. So I'm just going to spread this out. I do have to make sure people actually deal damage, though, because you won't believe your eyes is going to have us deal self-damage. I don't think gimmicky character is going to be used because there aren't targets that we can regain hit points with. Yeah, we could just like targeting arrow or something, I don't know. Sort of want to save these. These can chain together really well. Selling out has a lot of potential, but I don't have enough cards for it just yet. Alright, who has +1s right now? Yeah, let's give one to Tachyon. We're still alive. Is this the longest game of Iron Legacy we've played? Or has been played ever in the history of mankind? Okay. I do need to use Motivational Charge. Or well, no. I do not want to use up my +1 to deal myself extra damage. That's silly. I'm going to Surge the Strength, and then I'm going to Jerk Legacy. Outside of Meteor Storm shenanigans, quite possibly. Indeed. Okay. So now Parse needs to deal damage. But not too much damage. And then Tachyon has to deal damage, but not too much damage. And then Guise has to deal damage, but not too much damage. So... yeah, I think this is fine. He is going to end up flipping, but that's okay. Played a bottom card of my deck. Discard cards! Ooh. This is actually going to be interesting. Let's throw one on Guise. Impossible Shot will get redirected. She only has 1/1. I can't play it now, but she only had 1/1. It's 5 or more. Yeah, so she would have done 4 with Impossible Shot. I don't think we're going to use Gauge. Who still has a +1? Okay, Guise has a +2 right now, so be mindful of that, Lude. I'm just gonna ditch Buffer Overflow, whatever. Yeah, Inspiring Presence got destroyed like right away. Iron Legacy played Iron Fist Strike pretty early. So Legacy has 1, Tachyon has 1. No, Legacy has 2. No. Iron Legacy has a 1. Has a 1 to himself, has an ongoing effect. Legacy has a 1, Tachyon has a 1, Guise has a 2. Oh, but Legacy, I can't, okay, I don't want to do it on Legacy. I'm not going to rewind for this, but I don't want to do it on Legacy because this is going to happen. So, okay, I think Tachyon can afford to. Because she's going to do 1 point of damage. Reveal the flaws, segmentation fall. Alright, we got some good cards. We got some good cards. Someone can play the bottom card of their deck. Let's do Legacy, because he has a +1, and he has Legacy Ring. Okay. I was hoping to get a damage dealer. Alright, so we can stop Legacy from dealing damage. And Armored Fortitude barely made it so that we didn't have to redirect, which is fun. Alright, let's try Legacy to get a one-shot. Nope, discards. Unfortunately, we could not get Legacy to do damage. So, if I put out Segmentation Fall, well, no. Because that's gonna take too long to destroy the superhuman redirections. It's probably gonna be a bit better for me to put out Reveal the Flaws and slowly whittle down Iron Legacy past his damage reduction without doing too much damage to him. But we do know Iron Legacy is going to play the thing that will destroy 2 ongoings. We know that much. So, I mean, we have a number of ongoings we can sacrifice. So let's... oh yeah, I'm that guy again. And I want to save Guise, the Barbarian. So draw, where did I leave that? I couldn't draw, where did I leave that? Before that point. But yeah. Of course, retcon! The retcon! Alright, blatant reference is good. Damage. Sorry, Legacy. All-Seeing Alzrabar! Attraction. At the end of each turn, one player may discard one card. If they do, they may reveal the top card of a deck. If the revealed card is a one-shot, put it into play now. Otherwise, put it back on top of that deck. We do not know what's on the top of our decks. I mean, Tachyon has at least one burst that she could discard. Data mining can destroy ongoing cards, and there's 3 of those. Legacy has a number of one-shots, but a number of ongoings too. Tachyon has only 1 blinding speed, and only 3 ongoing cards, so Tachyon's likely to do something, and Guise, of course, has a mix match. Alright, well, let's just have Tachyon discard something, reveal, parse. Data mining! Yes! Okay. Yeah, let's try to get rid of these superhuman redirections. Actually, we will be able to if I don't do the thing. Alright. These aren't really doing much right now. I might as well destroy Gone Without a Trace. I mean, it's very unlikely that this will trigger, but it doesn't really have a positive effect. Unless somehow we get a situation where Iron Legacy has the lowest hit points. Which is unlikely. Great time for data mining, yes! Okay. Oh no, ongoing cards are destroyed. Okay, so now I could utilize this with All-Seeing Alzrabar. I think we don't know what's on the bottom of Parse's deck. Another data mining. Perfect. Top of deck. Tachyon. Lightspeed Barrage. Perfect. Top of deck. And now we do not need... Oh yeah, I'm that guy. And we do not need... Exploit Vulnerability. Actually... I might want to destroy Synaptic Interruption. So I can power up Lightspeed Barrage even more. This is currently doing 15 damage. If I can get Tachyon to draw a card, which is unlikely... No, never mind. Okay, no. We have it. We have this. We have this. Okay. Wait, does it even matter? No, it doesn't matter. That extra +1 isn't going to do anything. Okay. Guise is going to discard something. Say cheese. Reveal the top card of Parse's deck to get that data mining to destroy that superhuman redirection. Alright. Excellent. So, now we can now deal damage to Iron Legacy freely. And Targeting Arrow is still in effect. And actually, I can go ahead and Synaptic Interruption. So, there we go. Even better. We still managed a Synaptic Interruption. There's no other things we need to worry about, right? Nope. Now we still have... We have the Legacy Ring, so I can use Motivational Charge, but grant someone else a power. So now that we can safely do things... let's go ahead and let Tachyon experiment. We definitely have them, I just want to play games now. Alright, discards. Nope, alright, whatever. There's our other Lightspeed Barrage, but one is on top. We did put it on top, right? That wasn't the one that was on the bottom. That would be pretty sad if I somehow messed that up. But no, we somehow found our other Lightspeed Barrage. Wouldn't it be funny if the bottom 2 cards of Tachyon's deck were Lightspeed Barrage and then we moved ones at the top? Alright. Tachyon does not have any more bursts. But Legacy is done with his cards. Reveal the top card of Tachyon's deck. There's the Lightspeed Barrage! And they said I shouldn't flip Iron Legacy because I wouldn't be able to deal with his flip side things. Alright, reveal the flaws. Now it doesn't even matter that you have damage reduction. And now we're recompiling. Okay. Well, now Tachyon is going to have a super blow. But now the question is, I'm going to certainly have Tachyon play the bottom card of her deck, but is that going to win the game for us before we could even Lightspeed Barrage? No! Well... yeah. Yeah. Hey, Parse, discard a card. Actually, I should have just had Parse discard cards. Why did I have Legacy discard a card? That was stupid. We got a one-shot. Lightning Reflexes! You can play up to 2 cards now! We're not even getting to Tachyon's turn. Don't do drugs, Tachyon. Alright. Who thought that was gonna happen? We somehow had a game against Iron Legacy that lasted like 5 rounds? 4 rounds? 5 rounds? It took a while. Certainly much longer than anyone expected. But not only that, but we somehow had each hero have double-digit hit points. At least 16 hit points across the board. It was like an easy Iron Legacy game. In fact, Iron Legacy never got a damage booster. He was never galvanized. He was never demoralized presence. He never got a damage booster. That was like one of the easiest games of Iron Legacy if you could just get past his redirects and damage reduction. So thank you very much for choosing the heroes for that game. That certainly made it very fun and very shenanigan-y. Unfortunately, Guise didn't really have too much of a Guise round, but we at least got to copy Parse's card when Maze of Mirrors was in play. Every time a hero card entered play, look at the bottom card of 2 decks and put them on top. Sure, why not? We have to pick a new evil thing to suggest. Well, it is now 9:30, so we've been doing this for 2.5 hours. Certainly a long enough stream. Hopefully you guys got some enjoyment out of this. We only lost 1 game, believe it or not, out of all of that. And it was, of course, Ambuscade. My 1 loss was against Ambuscade. But you could say that's sort of expected when it's Ultimate Ambuscade. Regardless, that was fun. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I hope we all had a good time. Hopefully people on YouTube have a good time when they watch this. Hopefully Krista has a good time watching this if she watches this when she sets this up for YouTube later. Hi, Krista. But yeah, you just watched Lou Dolphin's Dolphins Dive on Handelabra Games. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, share, follow, retweet, whatever the thing is. Be sure to catch Sentinels live on Tuesdays, Dolphins Dive on Thursdays, Tales from the Archive on Sundays, all at 7 p.m. Eastern, and there's probably a bottom of the 9th stream that's going to happen, I think is what I heard. We're past the development days, but there could still be gameplay streams now, especially since it's released, but I'm not really too sure of the details of that. And if you like me personally, of course, follow me on YouTube, search for Lou Dolphin. On Twitter, I'm LouDolphin21. On Twitch, I'm just Lou Dolphin. Alright, I think that's basically all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and be sure to have a good night. Bye.